Hi guys, James here. Welcome to Tibaldi Goes Modelworks, and here we have an inbox review for you. Airfix's 1/48 scale Avro Anson Mark 1. Now this was basically a re-release of a kit. So 2022 tooling 2022, pack design 2024. Cartograph decals, age and warnings on that side, and on this side we have the basic details. Make sure they're all in the right place there. Sorry about the glare. I've had to pull the camera right back. Bit of detail on there. Let's give you a closer look at those planes. So, turn the box upside down, then I have to adjust the camera. Yes, I have tidied up my workbench, you can rejoice at that. Obviously that's the code that I need if there's anything wrong in the kit. I got this from Jadlam. Came lovely packed, beautifully packed. Let's open the box. And there we have a lot of lovely grey sprues. A lot of sprues. And a lot of glazing. So you might remember the last review of my kit, because Nigel reviewed it, because I sold him the Anson. So this one I decided I'm going to keep myself, because I've got a set of masks. So basically we'll pause it there. I'll open up these bags and we'll have a quick look at the sprues, and I'll drop the camera down a bit so you can see them a bit better. So I'll see you in a bit. So after some camera adjustment, we've got the very important sprue, the clear sprue. As we know, Nigel had a few issues with his, and Mr. Dale Luckhurst came to the rescue at Airfix. So let's have a look at this. Wow. No spidering on the canopies, either canopies. That's a bit of spittle from me. Slight bit of distortion on that, but you should be able to get that in quite nicely. It looks very nice. So yeah, let's look at it below the canopy on the bag. And of course that's the F sprue, so we're going to put that back in the bag. When I can find the end. That's quite the important one. That one's safe. Up next is the D sprue. Now, to me, it looks lovely. The parts of the rudder are very, very thin. You can see that, look at that. That's how thin the rudder is. There's the wheels. Obviously the other engine fairings. the other type of in the earlier fairings for the engine. They've got witness marks for the location for the ejector pins there, but obviously it's so thin, the part. Actually, I've got a short shot, I think. No, I haven't. I'll let it off. No, that's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to fit on there like that. Very nice it is too. I mean, a lot of these parts aren't going to be needed. Obviously, the machine gun mounts there. And obviously these sort of like witness marks won't appear. Just in my lighting, you get the part won't appear. There's the rudder and the elevators. Parts of the exhaust system, the wheels. Obviously the engine mounts right on the outside. So that's the D sprue. And this is the C sprue, which has various cockpit parts. Again, no ejector pins on the inside, which is good. All the cockpit parts there. Obviously the side mounted Lewis guns. And that's the parts of the engine fairings there for the wings. Bits of the cockpit. Obviously all the instruments. And seats. Do you know what he said? It looks lovely. It really looks lovely. Again, they're all the ejector pins are hidden, I believe. Little or no flash on here, which is good. Which is very good. So that's the C sprue. And up next is the E. So obviously these fairings have been knocked off the covers, off the sprues, because there's two of these sprues are identical sprues in the bag. Obviously these parts are going to be used. It's mostly parts of the engine and undercarriage legs in here, and the prop spinner up there. Very nice too. Again, no flash. Just shame about those parts being damaged in here, because obviously the bag was that there are two in the bag like this, side to side. So yes, as you can see, this is sprue E. This is what the sprue should look like without the tape on the top here. Again, zero flash. A little bit there. But then obviously for something that small, they've got to push them through. Put the pressure through, because they've got very small ejection points there. Again, the yoke is beautiful. Look at that. Very nice too. So that's the second E sprue. And I think this one is the A sprue. It's a biggie. So this has got the fuselage halves on here, and most of the bits of the framework for the fuselage and the interior. Obviously alternate roof here with the blanked off thing for the where the machine gun was, turret. But yeah, looks nice. I'll give you a bit of a look up here. I'm quite impressed with the size of the bloody sprue, I'll give it that. Obviously the beautiful tail. Again, most of these ejector pins are going to be hidden on the roof, but you can get in there with a sanding stick anyway. And if you've seen Sally's mod, I think Sally's doing a build of one of these, so you're gonna have to have a look at the have a look at his one. Very nice. Yeah. Right, we should go to the other big sprue, which I believe also came in that bag, was the B sprue, which has the wings. Whether it's right or wrong, it has the sink marks that come on the plane. So as the bomb base, as obviously the Anson was a bomber. Bit of plastic on there. Again, no flash. So have Airfix turned a corner with a basically this is a retool of a kit. And this one's very nice indeed. Big tick box, they sorted out the canopies. So yeah, I'm afraid this sprue is rather large. But yeah, having seen Anson's built up, this will build up very nicely. Right, and that's the last of the sprues. And this was in the bottom of the box. A nice A4 instruction book. We'll actually, I think we'll have to double check to see if it's in here. And the decals are inside. So we'll have a look at those in a moment. Put them down here. I'll put the colour callouts down here. Obviously, bit of history. Obviously, the Annie didn't break any speed records. It's got size of the kit here. Wingspan 359mm, length 269. So it's a fair size. It'll take up a bit of room. Obviously, assembly instructions, your key. Very important. Nose weight, I don't think that's needed in here. And let's open this up to the first page of the instructions. So, obviously, these are the ones where they're indicating red are decals. So part 1, build up that greebly. Build up the seats, very Art Deco that one. Build up the frames for the seats there. The rest of the seats. putting the spar on the fuselage. Obviously decals on it there. Putting the pilot seat in. Then you're putting the other seat there, which is the co-pilot or the trainer's seat. Again, noting your decals here. Then we have the main spar going in. And obviously they're noting, obviously making you note it's 90 degrees each way, 90 degrees up. Very important on that. Then we have some of the framing going in here. It's quite important to make sure that's all going upwards. Though I believe from most of the builds I've seen, it tends to align it. Then the bit that most people love, the map table with the angle poised lamp. That's brilliant. I really love that feature of the Anson. You can, and it's the beauty of it is because it's got massive windows. You can see it. Obviously, I think it's possible to light it from there. That would be quite fun challenge to do. Putting in the control yoke, putting in the spare yoke there, or not. You can have either or version. And then this one shows you the location of the table quite nicely. Location of the spare yoke for the dual controls there. And this is where it gets exceedingly busy building up parts for the cockpit. So getting your foot pedals in here, building up your controls here, fitting them in the cockpit there, then putting these tables with the radios and that in here. More bits going on here. Obviously, it's helpful they showed all the bits you've assembled in the last instruction in red. My advice: build as much of it as you can, paint it, and then assemble it, because it saves you on fit issues then. Again, put that in place there, and bring the other frame in on that side. Note your Lewis gun going on this side. Again, putting the frame in at the top. Hopefully it will all align by then, making up your rear bulkhead. And then we have the first bit of the fuselage. So the fuselage comes in, obviously putting this panel in here, so all the ejector pins are hidden on this part. Putting a window in here, machine gun, it's a Vickers machine gun. There. Then of course we have your big issue putting your cockpit in to the fuselage. They have some helpful notes of how it should go in for alignment purposes. So if you get it aligned right, it'll fit together. So you've got to get the fuselage in here. Obviously you can dry fit it as much as you want. And then you have the first option, which is the machine gun. That's B, exterior colour. You can put the well, I think you can put the frame in for both versions actually. navigation lights, sending you some colours. You can't see the colours here, and then other side of the fuselage. Putting in some glazing, and again, this is mating in the fuselage. Obviously showing you how to correctly align things here. Very nice. Again, this one has the alternate roofs. So this one has the blanked off roofing, obviously telling you where to drill a 1.3mm hole. Same on both of these, and where to locate it. Obviously I have it sat in here so it's clear, so you can see the alignment where these pieces are supposed to rest. So that was your gluing points there and here. Then you're fitting the main frame, main part, lower part of the wing, or the centre section of the wing. So obviously they're showing you how to fit it. So it locates under a little tab at the back, and then clips forward thing. If it doesn't fit, then you know you've got problems. Obviously may well just be the tabs got some parts on it shouldn't do. Then we have the wing tailplane. Obviously no glue there, so the elevators aren't fixed in place. And then putting the top section of the wing on place. This is a nice way of doing it, because it makes sure the tailplane is true. And this part is making up the engine mounts and the undercarriage bay. So you've got to note your part layout here. Again, obviously little up signs on here, so it helps you with your getting the parts the right way around. Once you get those into the bottoms of the wings, then you fit the lower wing in. Make sure it fits properly first. Putting the upper wing in place. Ailerons. Obviously upper wing in place. Note to drill those holes. On this particular side. If not, you're going to have problems, because they're right where the spar is. Obviously, again, we've got options, different parts for different planes. So this is for A and the A and C version. This is for the B version. Again, another option there. Drilling holes that side. Again, drilling holes. So it's rinse and repeat basically with the engine fairings. Then this has notes, tells you what steps to follow. Follow steps 59 to 73 on 16 and 17. Miss out steps 74 and 91 blah 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 blah, and continue from step 92 on page 19. So obviously this is for one version of the engine. This is one with a sort of like a traditional fed engine, and this one's the and the this is 74. Obviously they're clearly stating which engine's which. Yeah, and then just follow those, whichever engine version you're choosing, you follow the instructions there. Again, fitting your engine choices, you only get one engine of each type. Fitting these little bits in, fitting the exhaust in. Down here. And then we get to an important part, which is the glazing. So obviously follow the instructions here with the decals for the internal ones. Obviously you're going to have the slightly more aerodynamic front glazing fitted here. The options for the windows, so obviously you've got a Astrodome for A and C, at the A and the C version, and that one for the B version, for the front one. Again, making up the wheels. Right, making those up. Making up the undercarriage. That is for the, no, it's not for the undercarriage down, it's for both versions. I do beg your pardon. Then fitting the undercarriage in looks fairly straightforward to do. And this one, again, A and B, that's A and C. You've got to pick check your version here. If you're not doing the machine gun turret, you can ignore that one. And that, so you, basically is it with the instructions. So put those back in the box. Now this is where your colour callouts come in. So we've got two colour callouts, and this is the C version, which is Mk.I 201, Sydenham Station Flight, Royal Navy, Belfast, Northern Ireland, September 1955. I think I'm going to pull the camera back a bit for that, because it's, you can't see it because it's so big. There we go. So we've got a nice full screen. Obviously, yes, this one's silver, and I do like the Anson in silver because it's high-speed silver. So obviously 999 there. Flight markings on, not many stencils on here. That's the C version. Obviously rigging diagram there. Just follow it and you'll be fine. Again, it's by Jonathan Mock. And then this is the other two versions. This is the Portuguese version, Portuguese government. So those lovely crosses on the wings, and a little simple tail marking on there. Few bits of stencil data. I know I do be doing that one. And this is the Greek version. N16 13th Squadron Naval Cooperation Hellenic Air Force aircraft escaped to Egypt and subtly served with the 13th Light Bomber Squadron. Nice little bit of history there of this one. Got the colourful blue all blue roundels on here. A dark green, dark earth and black underneath. So got some nice options there. And finally, we'll take a look at the visual treat, which is the decals, and wow, they are thin. They are very thin. So the Royal Naval version, Hellenic, and the Portuguese version there, and the common stencils. Not a lot, but there's enough to keep even the sanest man going mad, namely me. Very nice they are too. And that is that. That's an quick inbox review of the Avro Anson Mark, well, I think it's a Mark 1 from Airfix. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.